Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to Sunday night's mixed media background. So I have started my 2023 title pages, and what they are just mixed media colors, and I'm doing the entire rainbow. And I have red and green so far, so I figured I would pull out orange. So I have some orangey inks, some sprays, some paint. I pulled out some stamps, a really old placemat from Jelly Bean Soup that kind of got crinkled, and some tools. We're gonna make this orange. So let's see what I can do. Guys, I am going to preface this by saying this turns into a little bit of a hot mess, and I don't think I'm too happy with it. We'll see once it's completely dry what it turns out as, but it's not what I envisioned. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, I decided to do half of the layout in this book print. It is actually Alice in Wonderland book print, and it even says orange marmalade on it, so I thought that was really appropriate. Then I'm going to use this Tailored Expressions kind of graphing stamp and do that as well. Then I grab this round stamp, and I'm going to put three clusters of things together here. And I'm like, you know what? I really like this. I'm thinking that this is going to turn out pretty good. And then I make this mistake. I take my metallic orange paint, and it is a lot thicker and a lot more opaque than I thought it was. So I'm not going to start over, but I try to kind of blend it out a little bit. It doesn't work. So I just start spraying the crap out of this paper, and at this point I'm like, I've got a hot orange mess on my hands. And it's just not what I expected. So then I thought, you know what? I'm going to pull out this Jelly Bean Soup placemat, and it's old, you guys. So I go ahead and cut out bits, and I'm going to glue it, and I'm going to place it down on this left-hand side of the page, and then I do a little bit of the corner up in the upper right as well. Now, I think my mistake was, you'll see what I put in kind of the center between these two hexagon things. I think that this is where I make the mistake. Like, this is still salvageable to me, right? But what happens next, I don't know. I might, I don't know. We'll see. This might be something that gets tossed. This might be something I futz around with a little bit more to see if I can, you know, try to make something out of it. Or this could just be okay, I played and I learned something today type thing. So I pull out my stencil binder. It's just a 12 by 12 3-ring binder that I keep my stencils in. This is where I think the mistake was made. I decided to bring in even more hexagons and kind of fill in the gaps here. I think this would have been better with like a flower, or maybe even hearts, or even polka dots, something that was a little different than the hexagons. I think I just went to hexagon on here. But I did like the technique, or I don't even know if it's considered a technique, where I put the modeling paste through and then put the color on top and kind of mixed it up together. I thought I was going to use the same color and stuff on top of the stars. That did not turn out. I did not like that at all. So that star ends up getting ditched. And then I decide, wow, the camera is shaking a lot. I am so sorry. I went and decided to kind of alcohol marker color this. I wasn't completely pleased with that, so I added a sparkle marker on top of that. Wasn't completely pleased with that either. So on top of that, I went ahead and heat embossed with clear embossing powder. Then I went and found 2 other embossing powders in the orange color family. One was Golden Gourd and one was Twisted Tangerine. They were both from Brutus Monroe, which makes delicious embossing powders. But I just wasn't happy with my part of it. Like the embossing powders embossed beautifully, but I was not happy with what I did. So this is me putting that glitter pin from Close to My Heart on top of this. Yeah, not really pleased with this at all, you guys. So let me know in the comments if this is something I should try to salvage, or if this is something I should just take as a learning experience and kind of toss it off to the side. These are my Brutus Monroe embossing powders, and that's the Twisted Tangerine, and there's Golden Gourd. So I'm going to put those off to the side, and then I am going to emboss everything. I did not leave all of the embossing footage in here because it's just a lot of the same exact thing. And I didn't really emboss in places where you could see it. I ended up embossing off to the side, so you only saw the tabletop work surface. So here we are, gluing these bad boys down. I am really sorry about all of the camera movement. It was dead, so I had to plug it in, and I think I'm knocking into the cord. So this is almost finished. This is where I decide I need to add some more color. So I tried to pat on some color with a paper towel to give it a little bit of a textured feeling over top of these honeycombs. Again, honeycomb was not the right answer for the center here. And then I decided to kind of splash on some color over top of the khaki. And I was like, I should have did this before I put the stars down. But, you know, I think this is one of those you live and you learn type deals, right? And then I'm going to splatter the heck out around where the stars are. So that is going to do it for this background. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about it. You're not going to hurt my feelings if you're like, Sandy, this is the worst thing you've ever done in your life. If you would mess around with it a little bit, yeah, let me know. I might rip it in parts. We might rip it apart and make it multiple layouts. Okay, guys, thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys again real soon for another video.